Once you get an Elytra, how often do you walk the ground in Minecraft, in your world?
I mean, there are many other comments and opinions on different things. One of them was actually mending shouldn't be a thing.
It's not a Fortnite or a Modern Warfare or something like that,
Hello and welcome to the lab, where we explore, experiment, and theorize about all things Minecraft. I am Minor Thoughts, and with me is a man whose wood is made up of 50% carbon, 42% oxygen, 6% hydrogen, 1% nitrogen, and you can call it chemistry, the Troge.
I wonder where you were going with that one, but you got there in the end. Well done. How are you, Minor Thoughts?
I'm here. I'm present. This month is just flying by.
Oh, has it what? I can't believe we are at the end of January already. On the plus side, 11 months till Christmas. Time of recording, we've just come off our first Interrealms special event, Race to the End. A heap of fun. I think we had close to 17 content creators on there, both from our server and some special guests as well. And to say it was chaos doesn't do it justice.
Yeah, it was absolute chaos, especially since you were the man that put the whole event together with surprises I don't think anyone was ready for.
Well, I there was help there, from Terry and Naku and Doylan and Jurassics as well. So it wasn't just me, but I was the only one that knew the surprises. And all I can say is you don't give me an event server and say, we just want a vanilla event, because you're not going to get that. You're going to have some surprises. You're going to have some shows. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. Particularly for me, who got to sit back and watch all the drama and not participate, as, I was adminning it, sitting back to watch all the drama unfold. And yeah, it was quite a very enjoyable experience.
Oh, definitely. This is our end of the month episode. We've got a little bit of feedback that we're going to talk about, and then just a subject we're going to touch about, something that's going around the social media that we want to maybe discuss a little bit.
Yeah, and the first bit of feedback actually comes through from the end of last year's video, our podcast, which was your feedback and thoughts, ironically. But we got Jacob there saying, great to have a bonus episode like this. Let's hope we will get more comments on future episodes to get more like this. Loved it. Well, that's what we're intending to do. So the end of every month, we're going to go through whatever feedback, comments, thoughts across all of the social medias, across the emails. And we'll have a quick chat about that and see how we go. So that we're intending to have that every month. So if you want to be featured and discussed on the podcast, make sure you get in contact us.
So yeah, we want to hear your comments, your questions, anything you want to discuss with us, anything we say, any questions we ask you guys. Give us some feedback. You can reach us at interrealmssmp.com. You can reach us on X at MC_lab podcast and Minecraft Lab podcast at gmail.com.
Exactly. And moving on to some of that feedback now, we put the first episode of the year, Lights Out for Minecraft, where we spoke about redstone difference and parity. And we got some comments there. We got one from Devara. It's a long comment. So if you do want to read that one, head over to YouTube because she has written a thesis, to put it bluntly. But basically there she talks about that there's one of the things that she talks about is that you see in multiple redstone tutorials on YouTube, if you're on Bedrock, you don't have quasi-connectivity, or it won't work because they're of the parity differences. And there's so much parity difference between, particularly redstone, between the two versions of the game. It can be mind-blowing at times.
Yes, and speaking of parity, stay tuned for next month's Miner's Minecraft reality check. Yeah, it's going to be another spicy one.
The first one got a little bit of reaction, which we'll talk about momentarily. But yeah, I think that's going to be a very interesting segment for our little podcast moving forward. The other comment we got on that video was from Jurassics, and we did actually call him out in that video because, he was one of the main proponents in the Interrealms crew for talking about copper bulb and if it was going to be, the revolution that we were all hoping. And he comments, the copper bulb has been nerfed. with the redstone ticks, which massively sucks. As for redstone builds, it would have been amazing. With that said, it is still a micro T flip-flop, which will still make a massive difference for builds. I think the reason we haven't seen many new redstone builds is the community is waiting for confirmation of what the end mechanics will be. That's a fair comment, because you make a tutorial based on a snapshot and things could change, as we have seen.
Oh, definitely. And I kind of keep my ear to the ground on things like this, and kind of watch the social media. And I'm also on the Minecraft Mojang feedback Discord. So there is talk of, we don't know what yet, possible changes, but we'll have to wait week to week to see what's going to happen, because there are things still yet unannounced. And finally, back in the snapshots here toward the end of January. We'll just have to see what happens.
And the flip side of the copper bulb, which again, Devara pointed out in her long comment there. And again, you go over to YouTube and read the comment in full, because she's put a lot of thought and that into it, but we don't have time to read it in full. However, she said, I didn't personally pay much attention to the copper bulb, simply due to that I'm not a redstone person. To me, it's just a different looking redstone lamp, which makes it nice to use in decorating, but that's it. And that's the other side of the equation. Some people aren't going to care about its redstone properties. It's just a lamp. It's just another decorative block. Very fair comment as well.
Yeah, and I think that's, we may have discussed it, really the redstoners that are wanting this change, that are really excited about this, which is only a percentage of the whole community. And you're right. People just aren't aware, or they just don't care.
And that comes back to the comment that we had the other day as well in our podcast. Our thoughts was there's no intuitiveness about it. So unless you are highly into the redstone system, a general casual player is going to pick up that copper bulb and go, hey, it's a light. They're not going to think about any of the extra stuff at all. So in terms of redstone. So I take that feedback on board as well. But we also spoke about the dog armor, the armadillo, in that episode. And we had a comment there on Twitter from High Hopes, who is the host of the Beacon podcast. And he said, listening to us, thank you for the listen, my friend, talking about the dog armor and the intuitive nature, I hear this argument a lot. Pre-planning Minecraft, I'd have said games need to have built-in tutorial or instructions. However, Minecraft became huge despite not having anything like this. Even the core aspect of crafting didn't have the book initially. Did this dependency on the community sharing information help the community become what it is? Building in intuitive features moving forward, would this hurt the experience years later? That is a great question. And in a couple of weeks' time, we are going to probably discuss that in more depth.
Yeah, definitely. I think it deserves its own episode.
Yeah, 100%. It's a rabbit hole. Once you open that discussion, you start going down it, it is a definite rabbit hole. And one I'm actually looking forward to, because I got some very opinionated thoughts. I know that's unusual for me to have very strong opinions on things. I know it's unheard of, but I do on this topic.
Right, yeah.
And the other comment we had came from your Minecraft reality check, where you set us all straight, you sat us down, you gave us a lesson, minor thoughts on the future frying table. And we had a comment from Rebel JC, again over on Twitter. And Rebel JC is the host of Dig Straight Down podcast, and do definitely recommend giving that podcast a listen. When you finish listening to us, head over there. Great podcast. But Rebel says, we're going to learn at some point that Frying Table is their next spin-off game. Minecraft Frying Table. You play as a villager chef at a restaurant, trying to keep up with demanding customers. I think I've heard of that somewhere before. I can't put my finger on it, but I think I've heard of something like that.
Yeah, is that Played Up?
No, couldn't possibly be that. He couldn't be taking inspiration from Played Up, surely. Insert sarcasm tags.
Well,
yeah.
They do have hermits playing it, so, must be popular.
Yeah, must be. But that sort of wraps up the comments and whatnot we've had so far this year. And keep them coming, guys. We love hearing your thoughts, your comments. Sometimes it even gives us ideas for various podcasts. As we had very recently there with the content creation episode from an email that come through. So, if you want to hear us talk about something, let us know. And
So,
that,
no, go ahead.
I want to say, and that will lead us, I suppose, into the little topic that we're going to talk about today, because it's not a comment or a topic that comes through on to our socials yet, but it's something, it's a topic that I've seen, particularly over on Twitter, mentioned or come up a fair amount of times in the recent months. And that is all to do about Elytra.
Right. I thought this would be a small little topic we could talk about. What it was on X, Mojang or Minecraft asked the question, how did they put it? The meme with the guy with the swords all pointing at him, what hot topic has you like this? Or what opinion has you like, has people angry at you? And the one that stood out to me, and you commented on it, was Scar had mentioned that using the Elytra ruins the immersion of the game.
Yeah, and then that comment got a lot of support, and other people started independently making posts about it and asking questions of their communities. And it's a very interesting topic, because once you get an Elytra, how often do you walk the ground in Minecraft, in your world? And sometimes you don't notice little subtle detailings on certain builds. You miss some interactions because you're high up in the sky going from place to place. Does it actually ruin the experience of Minecraft?
I thought about this, and especially when Scar made the comment, his season 9 build, he does like flying through it and showing it off, but he'd say it's meant to be walked through. It's that type of build that you just want to walk through and see the sights, and look at different perspectives and sight lines of how he's built things from the ground. And that's true with a lot of other builds, especially the epic builds. They're not really meant to be seen from the sky. It's something to be experienced. Even vanilla Minecraft, you're right. Once you get the Elytra, it's easy enough to just fly to wherever you need to. But what if you didn't have the Elytra? What if we didn't have the Elytra? You'd either have to get a horse, get a boat, run on minecart rails. I think it would be a little bit more immersive. I think it certainly would take longer to do things.
Yeah, and that's what I was just about to say is, we have got a game here in Minecraft where, by its design, it is a slower style game. It's not a Fortnite or a Modern Warfare or something like that. Go. It is a slower paced game, and the Elytra does help you get things done. It helps you if you're doing a very tall build and you slip, you glide gracefully to the ground. You're not going to be instantly a pancake. So I get it. I obviously understand it, and I'm an Elytra user. Don't get me wrong. I can also relate to that, I built that 250,000 block pyramid, and it was designed not to fly to it, but walk through the jungle. And, the trek through the jungle, you get glimpses of it from certain perspectives until it suddenly starts growing and appears in front of you. It was designed for that. It wasn't designed to fly up to it and see it from the sky and then land, because that was less impressive than seeing it the way it was designed was, to walk through the jungle to see it. So I think that has got the element, and do they look at balancing it out to get the immersion but still keep the ability to travel quickly via Elytra? Do they make it to a point where you can't put mending on them, or they don't, you can't repair them? Is that what they do? So you have to be selective in when and how you use your Elytra. I don't know. It's just, I get the point that it takes away sometimes seeing Minecraft from the ground level, where things will look different and more immersive.
And I think there are many other comments and opinions on different things. One of them was actually mending shouldn't be a thing, or maybe you've only got so much durability and then it's gone. You just have to get another one, or mine more diamonds, get another Elytra, or something like that.
So I think that just on that one, sorry, just on that really quickly, I think we just need to be careful that it doesn't go back too far. The other way is where it becomes a tedious process to play the game. Because you imagine, some people, if you're doing a 250,000 block build or more, right, some of these, right, really big, massive builds, and your tools are breaking, or you're doing a massive dig out for like a mini game or something, how many tools do you need? How more frustrating would the game become if you had to go and replace all your tools every half hour? It would be adding, again, we said this once before with another topic, but it'd be adding tedium to an already tedious process at times, which is gathering your resources and whatnot. So I don't have a problem with mending as such. It's nice to get your gear and just, you've got your gear set, unless you have an unfortunate demise. I'm not fully on board with the get rid of mending argument. And I guess the argument to that would be, and it's the same as you could probably apply to this Elytra conversation. If you don't want to use mending, you want to play it the authentic way, then don't use mending. Don't use it. And the same, I guess, with the Elytra. You could say if you want an immersive experience, okay, you might be wearing an Elytra, but grab a horse. Be a B-dubs. Embrace the horse culture of Minecraft. You've got that option as well. But again, the flip side of that is, it's just so tempting to fly when you got it on your back. Like, you don't even think about it. It's just go, and I can look at that. I'm currently, at the time of recording, it's almost coming to an end. And by the time you probably hearing this, it may have finished. I'm doing an event server for content creators at the moment called Fever Dream. And you can see those videos if you're interested on my YouTube channel, YouTube for Troge. But I went into that series saying, look, I'm not going to get an Elytra this series. I couldn't be bothered. I was just trying to do things as quick as possible. I was not going to get an Elytra.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to have to go end busting for it. Not going to get an Elytra. I'm just going to get a horse or a camel, as it turned out, and a boat. And that's how I'm going to get around. I'm going to experience the Fever Dream from the ground level. And the admins made a way to get Elytras easier without having to spend all that time end busting. And you know what? I went and got one. And you know what? Since I've had one, I have it not flowing anywhere I need it to be. So, even though I had that intention of, I'm going to experience this from the ground level and immerse myself into it, as soon as I had the easier option, I took it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't remember where I had said it, and maybe I said it for something else, but there are a lot of things in Minecraft that I think if they introduced, they could make it toggleable, where you could either turn on or off. And one of those things, I think, would be the Elytra only works in the end. Because in the end, the only way you're going to get to the ancient cities is to fly or bridge. It takes a long time to bridge. To get your first Elytra, if that's what you're doing, you're going out to an ancient city. So you have to bridge out to it. Not ancient city, end city. Once you get an Elytra, you can fly throughout the end, do some end busting or what have you. But I've seen like mod packs where the certain areas you can use the Elytra and other areas you can't, because it's the mod packs be an adventure type thing. But when you get to bigger open areas, the Elytra is actually enabled. And that's something I think they could do. But again, people are so used to the old ways that they may not want to play that way. I think if they added a toggle where you could either turn that on or off, I think that would be an option. And it might be a challenge.
Look, and I think that comes back to play Minecraft how you want to play it, experience it how you want to experience it. For me, I think human nature is once I got an easy option, I will take said easy option, because, I just did the same thing on Fever Dream, So I think while the Elytras exist the way they exist, I don't think we're ever going to get people stopping it. And I'll put my hand up. I'm not going to stop it either. But I am now more conscious of the fact that, I need to experience things from the ground. I need to see things differently and experience things differently. So going into World 4, hopefully soon with Interrealms, with the reset there, I'm intending not to worry about Elytra for the first little while. Just experience the game at the ground level, at that immersive level. So that's the intention. And that's where I choose to play it. And the way I choose to play that doesn't impact anyone else that wants to fly here, there, and everywhere. Doesn't want to fly every 5 blocks. They can still do that. and I experience the game the way I want to. And that's the great thing with Minecraft is play Minecraft how you want to experience it. There's always, sometimes you get comments. I use the minimap, Zero's minimap there, because to me it's just something part of Minecraft that it should have. It's that style of game. It should have a minimap feature. And sometimes you get the comment from someone new in your live stream chats. Oh, you're using cheaty map, and it's like, well, yeah, okay, it's not a vanilla thing, and not everyone has it. But you know what? I enjoy using it. It makes my quality of life better while playing the game. I enjoy it more. I choose to have it so that I cannot see player locations on my minimap. I think that takes it too far personally. So I have that off. But for me, it just helps me enjoy the game more. So I play it my way. Some people say, you shouldn't use Litematica for build organically. Well, that's fine as well if you want to play it that way. But I like using Litematica because, I can build in creative, and then I can bring that experience over to the server world or the survival world, and so it's done. I've already designed it. I've collected the resources, or Sims collected the resources for me. Either way. But, I'm playing the game how I want to play it. And I think it's the same with, the mending argument or the Elytra argument. Play it how you want. Experience it how you want. But, in terms of Elytra, if you've got a creator there like Scar who says, experience Scarland from the ground, then when you get the world download, experience it from the ground. Because if the creator is saying to you, if the builder is saying to you, hey, this is better from the ground, well, respect that and at least give it a go, And I've got that world download, and I've walked Scarland, and it is just an experience. Honestly, it is.
No, definitely.
Particularly, you know now that obviously Jelly has passed away, and Scar, if you ever listen to this, please accept our condolences, and obviously it'll be a very painful time for you. Totally get that. So, but in time, all pain heals, and just take consolation in the knowledge that she had a very, very very good life, and Ken has the ability to live on forever in Minecraft with the Jellycat there. So, but with that said, it is an experience walking through Scarland, and with those sort of builds, you just play Minecraft your way. But when you get to experience and immerse yourself into a particular build or a particular situation, then do it that way as well.
And there's situations where an Elytra, or even the mods we use to show off a build, especially for content creation, using replay mod or what everybody calls cheaty camera, free cam. You want to show off a build, but to really experience it, you should do it from on foot, on a horse, boat, especially these grand epic builds. It's the best way.
That's half an hour.
I think we can say on that subject.
Yeah, I think we're done with that.
So I'll segue into. So let us know what you think. Is an Elytra, should they do away with it? Should they make it restricted? Leave it the way it is. We're asking you the questions. You give us the answer. Down here in the YouTube comments, if you're listening to this on YouTube, if we ask the question in social media, like on X or Facebook, whatever, let us know what your thoughts are on the Elytra. You can reach us on interrealmssmp.com. Up at the top, click on connect, and you can reach us through the email, minecraftlabpodcast@gmail.com, and just let us know your thoughts.
Yes. I don't know where to go with that. No, I didn't zone out. I just didn't. I didn't know where to go. I did tell you my brain was mush coming into this.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely let us know. Leave the comments below, as mine has just said. Reach out to us because, every month, end of every month, we're going to go through the comments that we receive and talk about it as we did at the start of this episode. But with that minor thoughts, I think you need to go and prepare for your next Miners Minecraft reality check, because that one's coming out next week.
Oh, yeah. Another spicy one.
Aren't they all going to be?
Yeah. Speaking of spicy.
No.
On the way.
Oh, no.
On the way. The season 23 sauces are on the way. So you guys, if you're listening to this, the end of this, prepare yourselves for pain, or we should prepare ourselves.
I'm going to take some time off of work for the week after we do it. If you don't know what we're talking about, the Hot Ones Challenge. Miner and I are going to do it, probably live over on Twitch in a live recording from Minecraft Lab. I don't know whether it'll make a podcast episode or not. We don't know how that's going to turn out. All I know is I'm going to be leaking from every orifice.
Yes.
But with that, though, also let us know, too, what you're thinking about our new weekly release schedule. We're putting something out every week, and that's what we intend to do this year, a weekly episode. So let us know. Is it too much Minecraft Lab? Is it too much of the lab? Is it not enough? Is it just the right amount? Let us know, and we'll take that feedback into consideration as well.
It's about that time. You know what time it is.
Yeah,
I've got something I'm cooking up that involves TNT, and you, of course, got wood to go investigate.
we still haven't got any new wood announced for the next update. I'm getting worried.
I'm sure there'll be some.
I need fresh wood, Miner. I need fresh wood. All right, with that, I'll see you all next week.
Bye-bye. Bottle it up, seal it up. I got to label each one. It's the season 23, the new lineup.
No, that just sounds absolutely
Cool.
delightful, Miner.
Yeah, it does.
Well, when it actually arrives, I'll have to schedule some time off because I think I'm going to need it.
Oh, same.